Hey guys, today I'm filming a video all about my prep for my first powerlifting meet, which I'm super excited about. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about kind of how I decided I wanted to compete. And so let's get into the video. So first things first, I always loved heavy lifting. It's always something that I've been passionate about. I also love competing. I was a cheerleader for 4 years. I was in high school cheer and competitive cheerleading, and we both did competitions, and I was on both very competitive teams. And I just love the aspect of competing. I think the training you put towards it is just so rewarding, the whole process. So I haven't competed in anything in a year since I'm in college now, and it's a private college and there's no cheerleading team or anything like that. And so I always wanted to compete in a fitness competition, and that's something I wanted to do for like a few years. I first started out wanting to do bikini, and then my mindset went more towards figure because I was like, I don't want to be too like thin. I rather like build more muscle, and it's not something I want to do anymore for me anyways. I know that people can do it in a healthy way, but I think it just really messes with your mindset, and you can't really see yourself the same way afterwards. And for someone like me who's struggled a lot with body image and just food in general, and it's known that competitors go in a cycle of binge eating after the show because they're so restricted, and for someone who struggles with that a lot, I didn't want to go in that cycle again. So right now I'm doing a strength boot camp, and I'm doing that twice a week, and we're focusing really on our main lifts, so our deadlift, squat, and bench. I just really enjoy lifting heavy and seeing my strength improve, and that's just really exciting for me. And I've always wanted to do a powerlifting competition, but I've never thought I would be actually strong enough to do one. So there's this personal trainer at my work, and his name is Cullen, and he's a strength coach, and he's just a really good trainer. And his girlfriend Jessica is super strong, and she does powerlifting competitions, and I follow her on Instagram, and I always thought she was super motivating and inspiring, so I commented on one of her posts, and Cullen replied and said there's place on our team for another girl because they train together as like a powerlifting group, and they just help each other out. They do that once a week, usually on weekends, and it's just a really fun, positive environment. So I was instantly really interested. I thought that sounded super cool, and that was like exactly what I needed to just put myself in a healthier mindset and focus on my strength instead of how I look like. And I feel like I just really need a new challenge, and it's a really good way for me to do that. So he started telling me all the different things about powerlifting, and I just got really excited, and we trained together. Earlier this week, he taught me how to do the deadlifts and the bench press correctly, the powerlifting way, and we're actually training tomorrow. We're probably going to work on the squat and stuff a bit. And so I decided that I'm going to do my first powerlifting competition May 27th, and I'm super excited for that. I'm not super strong yet, and I'm still working on getting stronger, and I don't expect any miracles from this competition. I'm not expecting to be one of the strongest out there. I'm probably going to be one of the weakest, to be honest, but I don't really care. I want it for the experience and for it to be fun, and I want to just get the first experience and get the jitters and the nerves out so that I can focus on being more competitive for my next meet. So I'm just going to read you guys off my phone the program that I'm going to be starting Monday, and I'm going to try to track as much as possible throughout to show you guys my progress. And this is the point of this whole prepping series, but it'll be hard sometimes to film when I'm at boot camp because that's like busy hours. It's from 5 to 6 and people come right after work. But if I can get one of the people at boot camp to film me during my sets, I'll just include that into the footage for you guys so you guys can see my progress throughout this all. So I'm just gonna start by giving you guys my numbers for my 1 rep max. So my squat is currently at 191, my bench press is around 107, my deadlift is around 202. So that's my numbers currently. So this program was originally made to have 4 training days, and you would have a squat, bench, deadlift, and overhead press. but powerlifting does not have an overhead press, so they substituted it for a squat. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna train squat, deadlifts, and bench all once throughout the week. And the day that we're training together, I'm just gonna leave that one kind of open for options depending on what others are training that day or whatever. So the way the program works, it's based on rate of perceived exhaustion. So the way it's gonna work, week 1 is gonna be 3 sets of 5 reps, and the first set's gonna be at 65%, second at 75, third at 85. Then the second week, it's gonna be 3 sets of 3. The first one is gonna be at 70%, second at 80, third at 90. The third week, it's gonna be 1 set of 5 reps, 1 set of 3 reps, and 1 set of 1 reps. And that's all gonna be at 75%, 85%, and 95% of my perceived exertion. And then the 4th week is gonna be a deload week. And so it's gonna be 3 sets of 5 at 40%, 50%, and 60%. So I'm just gonna give you guys an example here. My first session of my first week is squats, and I'm doing 3 sets of 5 plus, which means my first set is at 5 reps for 110. Second set is 5 reps at 130, and my third set is at 145, and I'm doing 5 or more reps. So I'm doing a rep out, and I'm doing as many reps as I can with that weight. So that's always what you do with your last set. You do a rep out, as many reps as you can with that weight. So the goal with this program is by every cycle of 4 weeks, you increase your squat by 10, your deadlift by 15, and your bench by 5. So for the class that I will be competing in, I will be competing in junior because I'm currently 18, but I will be turning 19 the next month. So by the competition, I'll be 19, and the age category is 19 to 23. And for the weight class, I'm not sure which one I'm gonna fall into. I'm not gonna try and cut weight for my first competition. There's no point really, and I just don't wanna lose any strength. I just wanna focus on my strength and just having fun for the first competition and not being really too competitive about it. So I am either gonna fall into the 57 kilogram category or the 63 because I'm right in between about right now. I don't really weigh myself because I don't have a scale at home, but I'm usually like close to 125. The 57 class is up to 125 and the 63 is 125 and up. So it can really depend how my weight's fluctuating when I sign up for the meet. If I can go in the 57 category, I probably will because I'll most likely be more competitive in that class, but I'm really not too worried about it. So yeah, that's all that I have for today's video. I will be doing a lot more of these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye guys.